the question that bothers me the most. Can a $100,000 electric supercar handle freezing minus 30 degrees? Ah! The range that is written on the screen we have to divide by 2 because it's cold outside. It's -6 now and the car consumes twice as much. So if I'm living in a cold climate, I'm definitely not getting this car. Meanwhile, the door is cool as fuck. So we're fully charged and we're back on our way. It says on the screen that we've got 350 kilometers range. I highly doubt it. We turned off all the stuff. We turned off the AC. We're
freezing here.
But we just hope to last longer to the next charging point.
Did you see the fur? Because when you touch it, did you see the fur? Baby, so messy. 3 eggs.
Two eggs.
2 eggs, 2 sausage.
We just found out that the next service station is in 223 kilometers. The one after is 261 kilometers away. Both of them don't have the charging stations. I am not quite sure what we're going to do. The only question now is, can we make it to the next charging spot? 200 kilometers, our actual range. And the next charging station is in 300 kilometers. One of the options is that we'll have to get off the motorway. I found there's a village somewhere halfway and there's a charging spot, hopefully. If not, gonna push this bastard. I'm just doubling up on the socks because we won't be able to use the AC for the next 300 kilometers. We got off the motorway to find a charging point because the closest charging point on the motorway is in 200 kilometers and we only got 100 kilometers range left. We're in some just random village in Inner Mongolia. Show the police stations. This is the local police station. And no electric cars. There are no electric cars here. 0. I wouldn't buy one if I would live here, definitely. But we're hoping that we can find this charging station, because if not, get a fucking horse and ride it back to Beijing. This is one of the charging stations that we found, but check this out. How am I even gonna get there? How am I gonna park the car? And it's definitely not working. You can see it's not working, man. It's not working. It's off. Oh. It's not working. Well, look. What am I gonna do now? This looks like a hotel, but hotels in Inner Mongolia are mostly functioning in summer. People come here in summer to run away from Beijing hot weather. But there's no one here now. We found the charging spot that is working and gonna go for a walk now. No electric cars here. People looking at us thinking that we're bloody idiots, and we are. When you have nothing to do, you get old. When you don't have troubles, you get old.
So you create trouble yourself.
Camels!
那个刚才是不是有骆驼？
哦，我们院里头。
能去看看吗？
能看。
哦，谢谢。
The guy said he's got camels.
Oh!
No way. I thought he was joking. When you see it in the zoo, you don't really care, like camels, yeah? But when you see it in the wild, basically, if you see it in someone's garden, it's so surreal. We mean no harm. We come in peace. We're just checking you out, guys. You're amazing. Can you Google how far camel can spit?
These cows, they come back themselves, waiting for their owner.
Apparently, there is no, well, of course, there is no central heating, so they use coal. 所以最近的快充在哪儿？
最近的在后期，
离这里远吗？20公里。是那个20号头那边。
不是。
那后边北边。
往北边去有快充吗？
没有。
离这儿有170吧。
170。
哦，那就是我们看的。
These nice people are treating us to tea and some sunflower seeds.
Thank them.
Thank you. We charged just 6% in an hour. We can't wait anymore. It's getting dark. Because this was a slow charging station and it takes 6 hours to charge actually 50% of the batteries. Just gonna drive and hope we can find the fast charger. With no AC again, we're freezing. Don't try this at home. We're on the way, 6 o'clock in the evening. And it's hard to handle the car. At this point, I realized that I've got summer tires, and handling the car became harder than handling a drunk female on high heels. The battery was running low, we couldn't use the AC, and we were freezing. It was a complete disaster. I needed Yun to keep checking the options that we had on the internet, so we had to stop filming. They're all occupied. So we got back to the village, which we departed from 2 hours ago. We circled around the area trying to find the charging station. Came back to this village, found this little Airbnb. I'll show you around. It's quite cool. Freezing outside. I can't feel my toes. And Yun is shaking, literally. That's why we decided to make a little diversion. And we're going to the capital of Inner Mongolia. If you're thinking that the windows are tinted, they're not. It's frost.
不一定两斤多点，它都是一块一块，不一定两斤多点，不一定两斤少一点。
好，
少吧，就那个意思。
谢谢羊肉蒸饺，辛苦了。It's freezing cold.
You're not natural now. See, this is not you. This is not Yun Yun. I feel like if we have camera 24/7 around us, we would feel more natural, right?
No.
Yes. It's not me. I'm not designed for YouTube. Probably just gonna abandon it. Nah. Good morning, everyone. We survived the night. Wasn't that bad, to be honest. Well, I slept dressed up, but it was much better than we had to go through yesterday. Yun is still sleeping, and now we've got to go and check if the car has been charged. Good news. Our car is fully charged, 99%. But the thing is that the range is only 230 kilometers, which is absolutely mental. Because as I mentioned before, the range of this battery is 600 kilometers. But in this freezing cold area, it only can last for 230 kilometers, which also I don't think is true. Wow! Anyway, we can get out of here and head over to our next destination. 好的，好，拜拜。
谢谢。
This volcano resembles moon surface. They've got installations there of the moon mobile and in summer people come here dressed as astronauts. It's getting warmer. It's minus 16. It's hard to breathe up here.
Wow.
How'd you like it?
I love it. It's very beautiful.
I'm walking on lava rocks. These guys are cleaning up the fireworks from last night. You see that many? Hiya. 你好。
从哪里来的？
是英国的。
英国的。
啊，英国。
英国。
啊。
哎呀，
你们这里那么冷。
这么冷。
啊。
这几天不说了，你还中国话会说？
会说。
你是不是一直在中国
？4年差不多。
啊，那有10年了。啊，你这会儿在北京就。
对。
哦。
念中文了？
学中文，一点点每天学。
在哪儿工作呢？
在北京工作。
北京呢？
我们来这里玩。
也跟2米高。
不到2米。
1.9，
差不多。
也娶的我们中国媳妇儿。
这儿。
我们中国的嘛，啊，媳妇儿是中国的吧？
是的。是。
我给你拍个照。
拍个照。
啊。
很有。
1、2、3，起。
好，我们走吧。好。
好。好嘞。
什么洞？
王湖。
那个洞是吧？
啊，那个洞是，这是个大王湖。
Even though it's very cold, the sun is out and you can really feel it. Even just little touch of sun makes it much warmer. Another thing you got to love China for is we came into a toilet and there's no one here. Like all drinks, all kind of foods are here. No one would ever dare to take it. David Pony and Zhang Yun.
You're so warm.
1、2、3。
走吧，哎，走吧，他吃关系。
What do you think they eat?
Carrots.
Step by step, guarantees progress. Life is such a mess.
My suggestion to come here in winter, don't drive electric car though. This time of the year, there's 0 people, very, very few. The scenery is magnificent, so come over and check it for yourself. We're in the capital city of Inner Mongolia. It's called, and it's also the livestock producing capital of the whole country. This city has been greatly influenced by Mongolian culture. All the signs in the city, including hotel names, restaurant names, street signs, road signs, are written in 2 languages, Ancient Mongolian and Chinese. Also, someone told us if you want to get dry meat, this is the place where you should get it. We're ready to go on the hunt. Instead of using pedal bikes, they use electric scooters here, which is weird. It's a cold climate and you know what problems we had with the batteries. It's quite cool. We're gonna try to rent it now. They also have got the cutie little gloves to keep your hands warm. Yeah.
会说英语，英格莱斯。
Here they have different kinds of dry meat, all sorts of dry meat. There's deer and camel meat.
You like this one? You can get this one. I'll get that one.
Answering the question, can an electric car function in extremely cold conditions? It barely can. Most of the systems rely on the battery. You can barely move the steering wheel when it's that cold. The battery capacity is extremely low. Our initial plan was to travel to the border with Mongolia. Unfortunately, we could not make it because of the distance between the charging stations.
So no matter if it's $100,000 electric car or is it $30,000 electric car, combustion engine cars are definitely more reliable in harsh weather conditions, at least for now.